This video is a little warning about CoinMarketCap because if you misuse it, if you try and chase your fortune with meme coins or listening to crypto bros telling you about the next 100x, you will get destroyed. I know this because of 8 years experience. Today, I'm going to tell you exactly how to use CoinMarketCap so you can take profits and stay ahead of 99% of investors, or maybe not that many, but a lot. But first, I'm going to start with what not to do. So you've got both sides. What not to do with CoinMarketCap. Now, from my experience, many investors misuse CoinMarketCap. They're looking at their favorite crypto constantly. Solana, Sui, whatever it is, they're checking on it every 10 minutes, every 20 minutes, loads of times, every single day. This is a good sign that you're getting too emotional. And if you get too emotional, it's not going to go well. Even worse is if you're chasing meme coins or similar. Further down, so page 2, page 3, higher risk because you've been following them crypto bros, promising 50x, 100x, 1000x. Please avoid this common mistake. If you're checking on CoinMarketCap too much, it's a good sign you're getting too emotional. I've done it in my first cycle in 2017 going into 2018, and I've done it in 2021. When I first got into crypto back in 2017, as I keep saying, my cryptos went from 6,000 up to 30,000. So this is back in 2018, the start of 2018. And this led to me getting very emotional. I was checking on CoinMarketCap on my 3 cryptos literally every 5 minutes. And you know what it done for me? Nothing. I ended up going from 30,000 down to 6,000, down to nothing. Dreaming about £100,000, but actually not taking any profits. Because I was clueless, with zero financial literacy, this is what not to do. This is called misusing CoinMarketCap. The opposite of the way I invest with index investing. Now, index investing over the last 24 years of investing has been my favorite way to invest because it's stress-free. You literally do your initial research, pick your index fund and check on that fund once or twice a year. Stress-free, zero emotions. It's much, much harder to do this with crypto, and I wouldn't recommend it. But we've got to get into crypto. You've got to get into Bitcoin and crypto because of inflation, because of the current broken financial system. So yeah, I done it in 2017, 2018, and I also done it despite having financial literacy in 2021. I was checking on CoinMarketCap too much. Not for the full year, 2021, but for large periods, especially when I got into Safe Moon and my £2,000 went up to £68,000. For 6 weeks, I had no sleep and I was checking CoinMarketCap for the price of Safe Moon and a few of my other cryptos constantly. How to actually use CoinMarketCap. So, from 2022 to now, 2025, I've been fully locked in, but I haven't been emotional. I've learned from my previous lessons, my previous mistakes. I haven't been checking on CoinMarketCap literally every 5 minutes. This is one of my lessons learned. I've been checking on CoinMarketCap a couple of times a week over the last few years. But now, over the last few months, because I have to be locked in to take them profits, I've been checking once a day. This might sound too much, but it isn't. I'm keeping up to date and I'm just checking once in the morning just to see where we're at. This is how to use CoinMarketCap, or one of the ways. As I said, don't get too emotional. Just check on the price of your crypto once a day, maybe once every few days, just to keep up to date. This is specifically for checking on your cryptos. There are other ways you can use CoinMarketCap to win in crypto and help you to take profits. And two of the things I use within CoinMarketCap are the Fear and Greed Index and Bitcoin dominance. So let's go to fear and greed. Fear and greed is all about emotions, which I've been talking about. Pretty much this video is all about emotions. You don't want to get too emotional, as I keep saying. You want to be neutral and calm if possible. So checking on the Fear and Greed Index is going to help you to take profits. But how? So let's just say there's loads of fear in the market. You're going to be able to check on that on the Fear and Greed Index. If there's loads of fear in the market, you basically want to be going against the herd. So if the score's like 15 to 20, fear, this is a good buying opportunity. And this could get you a few wins in crypto this year in 2025. And the opposite is true the other end. So when everyone's getting greedy, so that might be 85 to 90, this might be a good time to take profits. No, forget that. Based on historical data, this is a good time to take profits. So when greed gets to 85 to 90, I will be looking to take profits. So that's the fear and greed index. Another thing I use within CoinMarketCap is Bitcoin dominance. Now, Bitcoin dominance has been for many weeks, many months, around 63, 64%. Far too high for my liking. Now, when this drops, when this starts heading towards 50%, this is a good sign that alt season has actually started. That and a few other things. Now, when you look at historical data, when Bitcoin dominance drops to between 45 and 50%, this is a good time to take profits. And this is exactly what I'll be doing. So I'm checking on Bitcoin dominance and the fear and greed index literally every day. Now, this isn't the only thing I'm doing to take profits. There's other data I'm using like the ISM manufacturing index, technical analysis on TradingView, now, etc., etc. Now, if you want to know how I'm putting it all together, see below and you can book a one-to-one call. And this is really going to help you to take profits. 2025 is all about taking profits. So I've given you what not to do and what to do with CoinMarketCap. Now, another approach you might take to winning crypto, you might be low risk. So you might think, I just want to invest in a Bitcoin, for example. Now, many people make the same mistake with Bitcoin. They'll look at the price of one Bitcoin and think it's far too much. This is a huge mistake and the wrong way to approach crypto investing into Bitcoin, because it's not about the price for one Bitcoin, it's your returns you're getting each year. Are your returns going to help you to beat inflation, to get ahead in this broken financial system? Let me give you an example of what's happened over the last 10 years. The average annualized returns you could have got based on data from Kervo. So let's just say you invest into Bitcoin over the last 10 years, you would have achieved 80% returns each year. This is huge and much higher than the S&P 500, where you're likely to get in and around 9 to 10%, much higher. So it's going to help you to beat inflation. So let's imagine over the next 10 years, them returns are going to be low because the big boys are in. MicroStrategy, Fidelity, BlackRock, there's more money in the system, so it's likely them returns are going to be low. But I think conservatively, you could achieve 50% each year over the next 10 years. That's based on historical data by Kervo, as I've said, and from price predictions from much smarter investors than me. People like Raoul Pal, Cathie Wood, Michael Saylor, etc., etc. Now, it's not guaranteed, but let's assume we're going to get returns of 50% over the next 10 years. Let's imagine you can invest £500 each month over the next 10 years. If you do get 50% returns, that's going to mean you're going to end up with a huge sum of just over £1.5 million. So if you're low risk and you want to invest in Bitcoin, this could be a way to go. And this means you're not even going to use CoinMarketCap. You're just going to think long term. You're not even going to be checking on the price of Bitcoin. You're going to approach it like an index fund. Like I said earlier on, index funds are my favorite way to invest because it removes the stress. You're literally checking on the price of your fund once or twice a year. And this is what you would do if you invested into Bitcoin for the long term. So this is an example of what you could do if you're low risk. Now I'm going to move on to my latest exit strategy, my updated exit strategy. Now this is just a quick overview of how I'm going to be taking profits over the next few months, but I'm also going to give you specifically how I'm going to take profits with SUI. So my updated exit strategy is aligned with my risk tolerance and my financial goals. I'm going to take 50% out in Q2. I'm going to take 30% out in Q4 and leave 20% in for long term. My tax-free crypto within my ISA and my SIP, so that's things like Coinbase and MicroStrategy, I'm going to swap 100% for cash in Q4 and leave that cash inside my tax-free wrapper until the next bear market at some point in 2026. This strategy is for some of my biggest positions like Solana, HBAR, Casper. With XRP, it's a bit different. I'll take 50% out in Q4 and 50% is for longer term. For Tau, my main artificial intelligence position, I'm going to take 80% out in Q4 and leave 20% in long term. With SUI, specifically how I'm going to take profits with SUI, I'm going to take 20% out when I get a 5x. Now, I don't like to use price targets. I prefer a time exit strategy. But to take my initial 20% out, I'm using a price target. So I got into SUI around $1. And when I get a 5x, so that's $5, I'll take 20% out. This means that it's zero risk because I've taken my initial capital out. Then I'll take 10% out depending on what's happening with the data. So as I said, I'll take 50% out in Q2. So the first 20% was SUI. I'll take, as I said, when I get a 5x, the next 30% out at some point within Q2 based on the data. Then I'll take another 30% out in Q4. This is the plan for how I'm going to take profits with SUI. Now, bit of speculation, bit of fun. I'm going to give you some price targets. Take this with a pinch of salt. It's just my opinion. And as always, this isn't financial advice. Nothing on this channel is financial advice. Price targets for Solana, $750, SUI, $15, HBAR, $1, XRP, $10, TAU, $9,000, BTC, $150,000. There's my price predictions for some of my main positions. What do you think? Like with Bitcoin, for example, what do you think the price of Bitcoin for one Bitcoin will be in 2025? Let me know in the comments below. So this has been a video on how not to use CoinMarketCap and how to use CoinMarketCap to help you to take profits. You can watch my videos on YouTube. This is going to help you to take profits. Or if you want to take our relationship one step further, you can join my school community. There, you're going to get a one-to-one call to help you to take profits. You're getting investing courses to get you where you need to be. You're also getting a newsletter that's going to keep you fully up to date and help you take profits. Profits, profits, profits. I keep saying it on this channel. It's so important. If you get too attached to your cryptos, you're going to get left holding the bag. And then you're going to be waiting another 4 years to take those crypto profits. If you're like me, you want to be taking profits to help you with your life. Now, what I'm going to be doing with them profits, I'm going to be mainly putting into property and helping my family, like my daughters with uni fees. But if you want to know more examples on what you do when you get them profits, see below for a recent video.